Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udirayet nashta prayeshva bhadreshu nityam bhagavat sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati naishtiki krishnaya vasudevaya devaki nandanaya cha nanda gopa kumaraya govindaya namo namah. Hare Krishna. So, some of you are attending for the first time. Some of you who have been attending the program. So, we are studying from 4th canto of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. And today we'll be studying chapter 4. So, does anyone remember what was the last chapter? What was the title of the last chapter? Does anyone remember?
Discussion between Lord Shiva and Satī.
Yeah, talks between Bhagwan Shiva and Mata Sati. Yes. Very nice, Mataji. Yes. Yes. So, and what was the talk about?
Satī wanted to go there.
Yes.
That was house and Shiva said not to.
Yes. Yes.
Give the reasons why.
Yes. 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 Yeah. So, as you all know, the background is Daksh Prajapati. We know about Daksh Prajapati. He was appointed the Adhyaksh, the super. He was appointed above all the Prajapatis. He was appointed the chief of all the Prajapatis. Yeah? And he had married his daughter. His daughter's name is Satī. Mother Satī was married to Bhagwan Shiv. And once in an assembly of Lord Brahma, when all the demigods were there, even Lord Brahma was there, Daksh Prajapati walked into that assembly and everybody stood up to pay their obeisances. But Bhagwan Shiv, he was still sitting in a meditation and he did not stand up or he did not pay any obeisances to Daksh Prajapati. And Daksh Prajapati was angry about that. He was angry about that. And then out of anger, he cursed Bhagwan Shiv and then he left that assembly. Now, when Daksh Prajapati was appointed the head of all the Prajapatis, he was performing another great yagna. He performed a yagna called Vajpayee Yagna, which is actually meant for well-being of the citizens. But he did not want to invite his son-in-law in that ceremony. See, this is our false ego. We get so upset with our own daughter. So Daksh Prajapati's own daughter. Can you do that? So this is the false ego. We get upset to that extent. I mean, imagine the relationship at that level getting affected. What to speak of us? You can come forward. There is a lot of space here. Everybody, please come forward. Please come. Some people need to sit on the chair. Give chairs to them. Others, please come forward. Okay? Please, let's try to understand, because all these pastimes, they are in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, and we all come across these pastimes. So the whole point behind this session is so that what we can learn from these pastimes. what we can apply in our own lives. Right? And if we still can't understand, then Prabhupada says the vibration, the sound vibration of speaking these pastimes is so pious, it affects our lives. You know, sometimes you go somewhere, they say vibrations are not very good. You all experience that. But wherever there is Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam being discussed, wherever the pastimes of Lord Shri Krishna are being discussed, the Supreme Lord is present there. Once Naradji asked question to Vishnu Bhagavan, my dear Lord, where do you stay? Where do you stay? Do you stay in Vaikuntha all the time? Do you stay in the heart of the yogis? So Bhagavan replied, Naham tisthami Vaikunthe yogi nam hrideshu cha. I don't stay in Vaikuntha. I don't stay in the heart of yogis. Then, my dear Lord, where do you stay? Yatra gayanti mad bhakta tatra tisthami Narada. O Narad, where my devotees, मेरे भक्त जहां इकट्ठा होकर के मेरा गुणगान करते हैं, that's where I stay. So why will the vibrations not be positive? Vibrations ought to be positive because the Supreme Lord is present here. All the demigods are here now. They are sitting here, but you can't see them. They have come to see the Abhishek of the Supreme Lord. All the demigods, all the great souls, they come there. They have come to see the Supreme Lord, come to hear about the Supreme Lord. So the vibrations is positive, right? So what I was saying is that, just giving some context because some of you haven't heard, but I'm sure you all know about Bhagwan Shiv, Lord Shiva. You know, all of you know about Lord Shiva. All of you know that Lord Shiva was married, or Daksh Prajapati's daughter Satī was married to Bhagwan Shiv. So once in the assembly of Brahmaji, again I'm repeating just so you all can connect, and then we will discuss today's chapter. Yeah. So once in the assembly of all the demigods, all the great rishis, Daksh Prajapati entered that assembly. And it's very important, meditate on that. As he entered the assembly, everyone stood up, except Brahmaji and Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva was his son-in-law, Damad. And Daksh Prajapati was expecting that why is Lord Shiva not standing when I'm entering the assembly? Sometimes we have these expectations. We go to assembly and why people are not going down to him, why people are not standing up. That person did not say, you know, namaste to me. He did not say good morning to me. We get upset. So this is something that we can apply in our lives. Right? Sorry, I have to speak in English because we are recording these sessions, you know. Otherwise, we can speak in Hindi. Right? But it's good. Sometimes these children, you know, they will understand only English and they will remember something from these sessions. Yeah. So that's the background. Bhagwan Shiva did not stand up and Daksh Prajapati cursed. He cursed his own son-in-law. And he cursed him that whenever there is a yagna happening, in any yagna sacrifice, Lord Shiva will not get any share in that yagna. So whenever we performing a yagna, there is a share kept aside for all the demigods, all the devtas, and all the great personalities. He said everybody will be given a share except Lord Shiva. He cursed Lord Shiva. He called him a monkey-eyed. And then he left that assembly. So that's what happened. And then Daksh Prajapati, he got another promotion. See, when the time for fall is coming, then sometimes somebody goes up. We all experience, we say, Prabhu, he is doing so many wrong things. And he starts getting worse and worse, but materially you see him growing. So materially Daksh Prajapati was growing. Even after committing this offense to great personalities like Lord Shiva, he was given a promotion. And then his pride further increased. And then he was performing yagna. He performed a yagna for the well-being of all the living entities, but he did not have any place for his daughter or for his son-in-law. He did not invite them. After that yagna, he was performing another yagna. And then he invited everyone. Brahm Rishya, Sarve, Deva Rishi, Pitri, Devata, everybody came. Pitrigans, all the Pitra, all the Devatas, all the Brahma Rishi, all the Dev Rishi, everybody came except, even Gandharvas came. So many, as compared to Lord Shiva, they are very lower in that rank. Everybody came, and Mother Sati found out about that yagna. That at my father's place, there is a great festival happening. And she asked Lord Shiva that I want to go there. Please take me. I want to go there. I see my sisters going there with their husbands. I see so many wives of the demigods, they are going with their husbands. I also want to go there. Please take me there in that great festival which is being organized by my father. And now Lord Shiva tells Mother Parvati, Mother Sati, that we should not go there. So far, he hasn't told her about the cursing of Daksh Prajapati. He thought, why tell my wife? She will get upset. So he did not tell her. Like sometimes you don't tell everything to your wives. You say, why give her attention? So like this, Lord Shiva did not tell his wife that your father has cursed me for many thousands and thousands of years. But now when this moment came, when the festival was about to happen, then Mother Sati want to go, but Lord Shiva is telling her not to go. Let's do Mangalacharan first, and then we will discuss further. Please hear and please repeat if you know. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupah Kadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padkamlam Shri Gurum Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitantam Sajivam Savadaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakha Amscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dīnabandhu Jagatpate Gopesh Gopika Kanta Shri Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Shri Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarobhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Uter Mahadbhir Yaima Puro Vibho Nirmayashete Yadmosha Purusha Mungte Gunansho Dashasho Dashatmakam Solank Srishta Bhagavan Vachamsi Me Shri Krishna Sharanam Sharanagatam Katha Amritam Satat Pibatam Bhakti Vedanta Marga Panthanam Sarvalok Rishi Dev Janma Prasannam Sarvalok Rishi Dev Janma Prasannam. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji. May the Supreme Lord please decorate my tongue. May the right words come at the right time. And may we are all truly able to glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead, serve Srila Prabhupada and all the living entities. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. So when Mother Sati is asking Lord Shiva that I want to go to attend the festival, so Bhagavan Shiva is telling Mother Sati that Daksh sakal nij suta bolai, hamre bair tumhu visrai. He's telling her that Maharaj Daksh Prajapati has invited all his daughters. Well, because of animosity towards me, he hasn't invited you. Now, Mother Sati asks, why is he having animosity against you? You are his son-in-law. And then Bhagavan Shiv is telling Mother Sati that Brahma Sabha Ham San Dukhmana Te hit Bayer Te hit Karan Ajahu Apmana. So Bhagavan Shiv is telling Mother Sati that in one day in the Brahma Sabha, in the assembly of Brahmaji, right, your father got angry with me. And because of that, still till date, he keeps insulting me. This is a father-in-law's behavior against son-in-law. Till date, he is insulting me, right? But Mother Sati says, no, it's a festival at my father's house. I want to go. I want to go there. And she says, even if we are not invited, we should go there. And Lord Shiva tells her, Bin bole hu jahu bhavani. Oh Sati, if you are going uninvited, if you go there uninvited, you will lose all your respect, you will lose all your love, and all the dignity will be lost. And then Mother Sati puts an argument. She says that as per normal circumstances, normal custom, we don't need an invitation to go to a friend's house, to the Lord's home, or to a guru's house, to father's house. We should not, there is no need to an invitation. We can go there without invitation. But Lord Shiva says, Yadapi Virodh man jahan koi, tahan gaye kalyan na hoi. But still, if somebody is against you, then if you still go there, then by going there, this will not be in favor to you. And finally, Lord Shiva tells Mother Sati that if you go there, because you go there, you will not get respect. And by getting disrespected from your own people, right? She's saying, Yada sa sadhya marnaya kalpate. It will become the reason for your death. Or it is as good as death, because when you are disrespected by your own people. She's going to her father's house. And by speaking like this, Lord Shiva, he kept quiet. So today's chapter is, so that was the chapter ending at talks between Bhagavan Shiva and Mother Sati. And today's chapter is Mother Sati quits her body. So why will she quit her body? Why did she quit her body? So now Maitreya Rishi is continuing the katha and he is telling Vidurji that Bhagavan Shiva, after speaking like this, he kept quiet. Viraram Shankara, Bhagavan Shankar chup ho gaye and he stopped talking. But when he kept quiet, he was still thinking. Patnyang Nasham, he realized that in both the circumstances, the death of my wife is decided. Patni Ang Nasham. He Ubho Atra Chintayan. Chinta karne lage. He started thinking. So Lord Shiva is thinking, if she goes, she will die. If she does not go, she will die inside her heart. That was the condition of Mother Sati. So Lord Shiva was thinking like this, but Mother Sati was thinking other way. Maitreya says because she wanted to see her dear ones. Suhrid didrikshuhu parishankita bhavan. She was thinking about Lord Shiva. How will Lord Shiva react? And in that state of mind, she was going out of the room. She was coming back inside the room. At one moment, she thought I should go. She came out. Another moment she thought, I should not go because Shiva has warned me. Then she came back in. Like a swing, she was going in and out of the house. And then looking at Lord Shiva, she got so angry. She was very upset and she started crying. And the last weapon in women's armory is crying. So she started crying. When Mother Sati started crying, Lord Shiva did not say anything. Right? But then Mother Sati decided that I am going to go to my father's house. Yeah. Istrana vimurdhi. Maitri is saying, Istrana vimurdhi. So these are the sign of a weakness of a woman. When her husband was saying, don't go, she decided to go. Even though Lord Shiva had given half of his body to Mother Sati, you all must have seen Ardhanarishwar Roop. Yes, you must have seen Ardhanarishwar. So half male, half female. So Lord Shiva has given half of his body. Srila Prabhupada says, without wife, husband is not complete. And without husband, wife is not complete. एक दूसरे के पूरक हैं. They complement each other. Sometimes we take these relationships very lightly. Yaksha had asked a question to Yudhishthira Maharaj. भगवान के द्वारा बनाया गया मनुष्य का मित्र कौन है? Who is the best friend of human being made by the Lord? Or for Yudhishthira Maharaj answers that question. He says that Bharya Deva Krita Sakha. Bharya, Patni, wife is the best friend created by the God. So the marriage should not be taken very lightly. Right? So in that sense, it is all created by Dev, providence. It is not by chance. You all must have seen, कभी रिश्ते की बात चल रही थी, चलते चलते बात टूट गई, राइट? और कभी कुछ उम्मीद भी नहीं थी, रिश्ता हो गया. और कभी ये था रिश्ता नहीं होना चाहिए, फिर भी रिश्ता हो गया, राइट? राइट? You all must have experienced. बाद में एक दूसरे को कोसते रहते हैं, मैं तो तुमसे शादी नहीं करना चाहती थी, जबरदस्ती घर वालों ने करा दी, क्या करूं? मेरे पास भी इतने सारे रिश्ते आए थे, इतनी लड़कियां मेरे पीछे थी, है, मैंने पता नहीं क्यों तुमसे शादी कर ली. Like all of this. But ये सब समाज की बातें हैं. But the point is, Bharya Dev Krita Sakha. It is all arranged by the providence. Yeah. So that's what Maitreji is saying, that even after Bhagwan Shiva had told Mother Sati not to go, she decided to go. She left the house and she started walking very fast. As Lord Shiva's servants, they saw Mother Sati going, thousands of Lord Shiva's servants, जो भगवान शिव के गण हैं, they all came and they ran behind Mother Sati. Yeah. Trinetra Anuchara Sahstrasha. Sahstrasha means thousands of followers of Lord Shiva, they came and they followed Mother Sati. Then they arranged everything to make it like a royal procession. They were all led by Nandi. So Mother Sati sat on Nandi. Some of the Ganas, they were holding the chamar. Some of them were holding the umbrella. Some of them gave her favorite bird, Shuka, peak. Yeah. Some of them gave her mirror and all the things that she needed to decorate herself. They arranged everything and they made her sit on the bull, and then they all followed her and they were singing. They were playing kartals, they were playing mridanga, they were playing flute. Like this, the procession went. And as they went and reached Dakshinagiri, where the great yagna was happening, all the Brahmanas were there, all the demigods were sitting there, and the Brahmanas were chanting the mantras as loud as they can. All the kalash, like we try preparing for Abhishek, like this, all the preparations were there for the yagna. And Mother Sati, as she entered into that place, then her mother looked at her, her sisters looked at her, but no one else spoke to her. Nobody in that assembly spoke to her. She's going to her father's house, but nobody spoke to her. And Maitreji is saying, because out of fear of Daksh Maharaj, out of fear of her father, यज्ञ कृतो भयात जना, यज्ञ कृतो जो यज्ञ कर रहे थे, उनके डर से, उनके भय से, out of fear, they did not speak to her. And they did not speak to her, but her mother, her sisters, they were all talking to her. They were all telling her, my dear daughter, my dear sister, please come take a seat. Please come sit here. And earlier when she was asking Lord Shiva that I want to go, she was saying the same thing. I want to go and meet my sisters. I want to go and meet my mother. I want to see my birthplace once again. But when she go there, she got a very cold response. Nobody spoke to her except her sisters and her mother. And she was the favorite daughter of her father. Because she was the youngest. She was the favorite, so she was expecting. But they says, Pitra na adatta pitra apratinandita sati. Her father, he did not even give respect to his own daughter. And when all her mother and sister were saying, she did not accept their greetings. They were offering her a seat. She did not accept because she saw her father is not even talking to her. And then she goes further in the yagna. She sees that there is a portion for all the demigods, for everyone. Arudra Bhagam. But she did not see any share for Bhagwan Shiv in that assembly. When she did not see any share for Bhagwan Shiv, she got very upset. Mother Sati got very upset and then she started speaking. She looked at Daksh as if she is going to burn it. She was so upset. Was she upset for herself? Who was she upset for? Shiva. Because Lord Shiva, who is a great Vaishnava, if he is not being respected in that assembly, then she realized this is, yes, he is my husband, but Lord Shiva is a great personality. He should be respected. You know, sometimes we see in the assembly, wherever you go in our social culture also, we see a senior member does not get respected and we keep quiet. Then what's going to happen? Agla number aapka hai. You are the next. If somebody is teasing your neighbor and you keep quiet, then what they say? Agla number aapka hai. The same person will offend you. So it is everyone's responsibility to speak up. Isn't it? So nobody spoke anything. Not at all, nothing. Lord Shiva's, all the great rishis are there, Brahma rishis are there. And then Mother Sati started speaking to Daksh Prajapati. She said, my dear father, only you can be envy of Lord Shiva. Only you. You think you got a great body because you think body is the soul. You are at a material platform. Only you can be envious of great Lord Shiva. You are finding faults in Lord Shiva because now Mother Sati knows that Lord Shiva did not stand up in that assembly. She says, people like you, they always find faults in the qualities of other people. Remember this line, finding faults in the qualities of other people. Only people like you can do that. Look at Lord Shiva. He's such a great personality. He does not even look at the faults. Even if he finds a small good quality in you, he will expand that. Remember this line. If you find a small good quality in someone, you expand that. Who was that demon who got a boon from Lord Shiva that if he puts his hand on anyone's head, that person will die? Bhasmasur. So Bhasmasur, he performed great austerity for many years to please Lord Shiva. And when Lord Shiva appeared, what did he ask for? The boon he asked for is, whoever I put my hand on anybody's head, their head will blast. That's the boon he asked for. And what did Lord Shiva do? He granted the boon. So this is the great quality of a great Vaishnava. He knew his intentions were bad, but he only recognized his great austerity, the penance. अभी हम सब लोग यहाँ आए हैं, भगवान की पूजा कर रहे हैं, मालूम नहीं दिमाग में क्या क्या थॉट चल रहा है। किसी के लिए गुस्सा है, किसी के लिए प्रेम है, किसी के लिए कुछ है, लेकिन भगवान वो सब इग्नोर कर रहे हैं। भगवान सिर्फ ये देख रहे हैं कि आप यहां पे मेरा दर्शन करने आए हो। आप इस बात पे ध्यान दें, भगवान इज ओनली लुकिंग एट दैट। ही इज नॉट कंसर्न्ड अबाउट आपका दिमाग कहां है। आप काम के बारे में सोच रहे हो, प्रॉपर्टी के बारे में सोच रहे हो, किसी को नाराज हो, किसी से अपसेट हो, ही डज नॉट केयर। सम्मुख जीव होई मोई जब ही, जन्म कोटि अग नास ही तब ही। भगवान तो कह रहे हैं जस्ट मेरे सामने आ जाओ। If you just come in front of me, your crores and crores lives of sins will be destroyed just by coming in front of me. That's all he's saying. So Mother Sati said, Lord Shiva is such a great personality. Bhasmasur, he had bad intentions, but he worshipped Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva ignored everything, and he still granted him a boon, thinking because he has performed so much austerity, I should keep that in mind, rather than thinking he's a rascal, he's a bad person, he's a demon. He ignored everything. And then what did Bhasmasur do? After immediately getting the boon, he said, let me test it on Lord Shiva. And he started chasing Lord Shiva. देखिए, the same person he got the boon from, he started chasing. So इसलिए उनको क्या कहते हैं? भोलेनाथ. He is Bholenath. He is so simple. And Bhasmasur is chasing him, and Lord Shiva is now running. So Lord Shiva goes to Vishnu, and Vishnu Bhagavan says, okay, now let me do some arrangement to save you. And then Lord Vishnu appeared in the form of a Mohini. Yes. And then he tricked Bhasmasur. He said, let me teach you some dance steps. And demon is demon. No matter what they get, end of the day, they will behave like demons. And then as Mohini was teaching him some dancing steps, the hand went on head, and then Bhasmasur, by that boon, his own head blasted. So this is the glory of Lord Shiva. Mother Sati is saying, and you are envious against a personality like this who doesn't find any fault. And then she goes on to tell him that, what do you think? All these other great personalities, she said, all the materialists, people who want material opulence, they come to Lord Shiva. And he is so kind, he grants them. Lord Shiva is also called Ashutosh, who becomes very easily happy. आपने देखा हो भगवान शिव सब वरदान दे देते हैं. The devotees of Lord Shiva are seen, appear to be materially very opulent, and devotees of Lord Vishnu and Krishna, they appear to be not so materially opulent. That's a different discussion, but Lord Shiva is so kind. That's what Mother Sati is saying. And whoever goes to Lord Shiva to attain salvation, to attain spirituality, Lord Shiva is merciful to them also. So Mother Sati is saying, what kind of person you are? You are envious of that person? And what to speak of that? You called him Ashiv. Shiv means pure. And Ashiv means impure, or Mangal or Amangal, auspicious, inauspicious. She says, you are calling Shiv Ashiv? What do you think? All other devotees, all other great personalities like Brahma, are they fool? Don't they know the importance of Lord Shiva? Yeah. Because then she says, so now Maitreya Rishi speaks this verse. It's a very nice verse. I wanted to, I wanted us to recite this today. Maybe please bring it on your phones. 4.4.16. Whoever has phone, let's bring it on phone. Please hear this verse. This is the very nice verse. All you ready? Those who don't have, please hear. Just hear. Because the sound vibration, as I said earlier, it's very important. So Mother Sati is telling telling Daksh Prajapati about the qualities of Lord Shiva. And she's saying to him that, what do you think? Kim va Shivakhyam Shivam na vidustvadanne.
Kim va Shivakyam Shivam vidustvadanne.
किं वा शिवाख्यमशिवं विदुस् न विदुस्त्वदन्ये शिवं न विदुस्त्वदन्ये ब्रह्मादया त्वमवकीर्य जटा श्मशाने ब्रह्मादया तमवकीर्य जटा श्मशाने तन्माल्यभस्म नृकपालिवसत् पिशाचरै लिवसत् पिशाचै ये मूढभिदधति तत् चरणावश्रेष्ठम् Speaking these words, it purifies the environment. Sometimes even if you don't understand, it's okay. The vibration are very good. So what in this verse now Mother Sati is saying to Daksh Prajapati, what do you think of Lord Shiva? जिनको शिव और उनको अशिव कहा जा रहा है. He is being called ashiv. Shiv means auspicious, ashiv means inauspicious. And what do you think this personality, Lord Shiva, who is going around, who is called Shiv, but he is called Ashiv, does the demigods and Brahma, they don't know about him? You are calling him Ashiv because जटा समशाने अवकीर्य जटा, उनकी जटाएं खुली हुई हैं. Please visualize Lord Shiva. Yeah? You are calling him inauspicious because उनकी जटाएं खुली हुई हैं. Smashane, he lives in crematorium. Yeah? He's put the dust, he's put that bhasma on his body. Nrik Kapali, he is wearing the garland of skulls and bones. Yeah? And he's living, he's associating with Pishach. Yes, he is doing this, but do you think other demigods and Brahma, they don't know about this? When Brahma is respecting him, he's saying, Brahma, Murdabhir dadhati tat charanavasrishtam. If any flower is offered onto the feet of Brahma, of Lord Shiva, Brahma picks up that flowers and puts them on his head. The demigods, they pick the flowers and put it on their head, whatever is offered onto the feet of Lord Shiva. What do you think? They don't know about the greatness of Lord Shiva, whom you are calling Ashiv? And moreover, Brahma is your father. दक्ष के पिता कौन थे? जब तुम्हारे बाप उनके चरणों के फूल को अपने सिर पे रख रहे हैं, तुम्हारी क्या औकात है? What is your position? Daksh, please realize that. So his daughter is telling Brahmaji like this, that what do you think? He is inauspicious. Yeah. Only a person like you can be envious of Lord Shiva. And then like this, Mother Sati keeps on. She criticizes Daksh Prajapati. And then she says, because this body is born from you, I'm going to leave this body now. I feel ashamed. I feel embarrassed. When Lord Shiva calls me Dakshayani, who is the daughter of Daksh, when Lord Shiva calls me Dakshayani, I feel embarrassed. I don't want to keep this body. Daksh Shukra Sambhav Yah Dehi. Some qualities we inherit, right? क्योंकि दक्ष के वीर्य से शरीर बना है. So I don't feel like keeping this body anymore because it's bringing embarrassment to my husband. She said, you are talking about you because Daksh was puffed up. Sometimes we look down upon other people. But she says, our opulence cannot be seen. Avyakta linga. The opulence of a great personality cannot be seen, right? जब किसी आप साधु को प्रणाम करते हैं, क्या प्रणाम करते हैं? फटे हुए कपड़े हैं, मैले कपड़े हैं, do you pay him obeisances by seeing his clothes? No? Then what do you see? हाँ, जाति न पूछो साधु की, पूछ लीजिए ज्ञान. जाति नहीं, उसका कपड़ा नहीं, कैसा पहना है उसने. So that's what Mother Sati is saying, that our opulence, avyakta linga, our opulence cannot be seen. Oh Daksh, what do you think? Because what opulence you have, we can create that opulence at any time. So please don't compare us. Please don't look at us with that opulence. And moreover, she says, why should Lord Shiva follow all the Vedic rituals and rites? Because in Brahma's assembly, when Daksh cursed Lord Shiva, Daksh told him that to tell him any manners is like teaching Vedas to a Shudra. That's how he addressed Lord Shiva. And now Mother Sati is responding to that. She is saying that Lord Shiva is above all of this. She says there are two types of people, pravritti and nivritti. Pravritti is people performing all these big opulent yagnas to get some benefit. Dharma, artha, kam, moksha. Right? You perform big ceremony to get something back. Right? सबने कुछ ना कुछ यज्ञ किया है, ये मनोकामना पूरी हो जाए, ये मनोकामना पूरी हो जाए. भगवान वो भी करते हैं. He does that also. But other marg is त्याग करना, virag. You know, detach yourself. Austerity. So Mother Sati is saying these are two margs, these are two qualities, but they cannot be found in one person. These are self-contradictory, right? हम लोग एक्ट तो करते हैं कई बार पब्लिकली, अरे प्रभु कुछ भी नहीं है, मन नहीं कर रहा है, देन चलो थोड़ा सा कर लेते हैं, like this. So we have those two qualities. But in a true sense, Mother Sati is saying these qualities are not found in one person. But she says, yes, but there is one person who can be above both, which is Lord Shiva. So this is our opulence. And she says Shiva does not need to follow the Vedic rituals and rites, and she gives an example. She gives an example. She says, Gatir, Dev Gatir Manushya Prithak. The demigods travel in the air, where the human beings, we travel on the earth. We walk, they fly. And Lord Shiva is above both of them, above all of them. So she's telling again and again, making Daksh realize that Lord Shiva is above everything. Lord Shiva is not an ordinary personality. He's a great personality. Right? Like this, Mother Sati spoke these words, and then she finally decided to leave her body. And then in the same place, Mother Sati sat facing the north side. She covered her body with a yellow cloth, and she focused her life air. So first she brought the life air. Through pranayam, people can control Nabhi at the navel place. She brought her life air here. Then from here, she again concentrated and brought the life air into the heart. From the heart, she brought the life air into the throat. And then from here, she brought the life air to here. Here, right? She brought the life air here. And then as she was doing this, through this process, she was able to generate fire. Yoga Agni. इसको कहते हैं योग अग्नि. There was no fire lit. उनका अग्नि प्रवेश नहीं था. She generated the fire from inside her body. प्रज्वाल, सद्य प्रज्वाल समाधि ज अग्निना. जो समाधि की अग्नि से she burnt herself straight away. Right? Her body burnt down through that fire. Right? Otherwise, also, in our bodies, there are 5 gross elements. Right? So fire is there inside your body also, everyone's body also. What are those 5 gross elements our body is made up of? Yes. Anybody else knows 5? What are the 5 elements? Akash. Right. So we all have these 5 elements. But depending on, you can, as they say, a human being, you can do anything. You can achieve anything if you control your energy. So like this Mother Sati, she concentrated and she generated Yoga Agni from her body. And in that Yoga Agni, she burnt herself. Now, as she burnt herself, it says, Hahakar mach gaya. Everywhere people were saying, what has happened? What has happened? Look at this Daksh Prajapati. He is the Prajapati of all the living entities. Prajapatir yasya characharam praja. He is the Prajapati of all the moving and non-moving. चर और अचर के ये प्रजापति हैं. बट कैसे प्रजापति हैं? अनातम्यम महदस्य पश्यत. इसका अनात्मा का इसका बिहेवियर देखो. Just see how soulless has he become. He's supposed to be the protector of all the living entities, moving and non-moving, and his own daughter has burnt herself. He did not do anything to stop her. Did he take any step? No. And as Mother Sati left her body, then with her, some of the Lord Shiva's followers had come. And as they saw Mother Sati burning, they got very angry. They got angry and they wanted to destroy the yagna. And as they were coming forward to destroy the yagna, by the way, they were getting ready to kill Daksha when, in the first instance, when Mother Sati observed, there was no portion for Lord Shiva. But then Mother Sati stopped them. But when she left her own body, now the followers of Lord Shiva, they came forward to burn, to destroy the whole yagna. As they were coming forward, then Bhrigu Rishi he chanted some mantras from Yajurved and he put an offering in the fire. And from the fire, thousands of Ribhu demigods came. Thousands of Ribhu's demigod came and they scared away the followers of Lord Shiva. They scared away the followers of Lord Shiva. And like this, the situation came to that point. And Mother Sati quits her body. So this is the today's chapter. Mother Sati quits her body. Next chapter, we will discuss now what will happen. What are Mother Lord Shiva's followers going to do now? So this is going to be a, action, reaction, action, reaction. So very important. You see, misunderstanding happened at that level. Mother Sati thought that my husband is not when she wanted to go. Daksh Prajapati got upset with, Lord Shiva. So we are staying in this material world, Prabhuji, Mataji. Misunderstandings are bound to happen. But if we keep Krishna in the center, so these misunderstandings can be controlled. Otherwise, you cannot control. This will happen. This is bound to happen. You go back, you see on your best friends. All of them are left. A small misunderstanding. Right? You meant something else, they meant something else, because our focus is somewhere else. So today, we're going to have Abhishek of their Lordship. So I want to tell a small story and then we will conclude. So we have Sandeep Prabhu, His Grace Sandeep Prabhu and his good wife. They went to India and from Vrindavan, they have brought the Shri Radha Krishna deities. And they are called, they will be, after the Abhishek, Shri Radha Shyam Sundar. So there is a very nice pastime in Vrindavan. Vrindavan, we Gaudiya Vaishnava, we go to, there are 7 prominent temples in Vrindavan. And one of the temple is Shri Radha Shyam Sundar. You should go and take darshan there. In that temple, the Shyam Sundar deity of Krishna, they have come from the heart of Srimati Radharani. The deities, Shyam Sundar deity, came from the heart of Srimati Radharani. Once in Odisha, there was a family, and in that family, many children were born, and they died. But one of the child that was born, so the parents named him Dukhi. Yeah. What did they name him, Prabhu? Dukhi Krishna. Or Dukhiya. So they named him Dukhiya. But otherwise, he was very handsome. He had eyes like lotus petals. He was a great devotee of Lord Krishna from very young age. And in Odisha, we have had great devotees and saints. So when the child was growing up, he told his parents that I want to take initiation. I want to take Diksha. And his father said, you can take Diksha. My dear son, there are so many Brahmanas, so many sannyasis in our village, in Odisha itself. You can take Diksha from here. But he said, no, I want to go to West Bengal and take Diksha from a Maharaj. His name is Hriday Chaitanya. And the name of the place is called Ambika Kalan. See, this is how I was telling earlier, sometimes things don't happen by chance. There is a connection. There is a connection. There is some reason. Somehow or other people come. So connection of this boy with his guru is not something made up here. Those days, there was no phone, no internet, nothing. But he knew that his guru is staying in Ambika Kalan in West Bengal. For him to travel from Odisha to West Bengal will be taking few days, weeks. But he knew my guru is there. And his father said, okay, son, how will you go there? He says, every year the devotees from Odisha go to take a bath in the Ganges. I will go with them and I will take darshan of my Guru Maharaj. I will get initiation from him. Like this, his father allowed. And our dear friend Dukhi, he went to West Bengal, Ambika Kalan, and he met his guru there. And his guru asked him, who are you? Why have you come here? No connection, see, no connection, nothing. They haven't seen each other, nobody knows. But this boy knew, he's my guru. He says, why have you come here? He said, I've come here to take Diksha from you, my dear Guru Maharaj. He said, why do you want to take Diksha from me? He said, because I know you are my guru. And then Hriday Chaitanya Maharaj, he could see that this boy has so much love and affection for the Supreme Lord Shri Krishna. But then he noticed one thing. Guru Maharaj had, or he was serving Lord Krishna in Sakhya Bhav. You know, there are 5 rasas, 5 main rasas to connect with Krishna. First is called Shantaras. They say people in the Shantaras, they go and become trees and creepers in Vrindavan or in Golok Vrindavan because they are shant. They are not doing any activity. They know he is Supreme Lord, but there is no action to connect with him. There is no serving attitude to serve him. Okay, तुम भगवान हो, मैं जानता हूं तुम भगवान हो. ठीक है, तुम अपनी जगह, मैं अपनी जगह. That's it. Shant, no connection, no endeavor to serve him. So they are in the Shantaras, and what do they become? They become trees, creepers, non-moving creatures. Creature but not moving. ठीक है, तुम शांत हो, शांत में रहो. Then the next level is Dasya Bhav, in a servant mood. My dear Lord, you are my master, I'm your servant. I want to serve you. You develop that connection. Naturally, serving attitude. Right? Like parents have the serving attitude towards their children up to a certain point. Yesterday I was walking, I saw this man, he was holding his child, and he was like, the child was really very little. He was tapping his feet, and he was also kissing his feet. Father. Whatever mood it was. So Dasya Bhav. And then the next level is Sakhya Bhav, friendship. You become equals with them. And you think Krishna is my friend. Right? And you don't just say for the sake of it. There is truly a friendship between you and Krishna. Right? And then the 4th level is Vatsalya Bhav. Vatsalya has come from Vats. वत्स कौन होता है? गाय के बछड़े को वत्स कहते हैं. जैसे गाय अपने बछड़े से प्यार करती है, similarly the parents, they love their children or someone else, but you develop a vatsalya bhav with Krishna. And the topmost is madhurya bhav, loving relationship like gopis with Krishna, Srimati Radharani. That mood, you have that loving relationship. So this guru Hriday Chaitanya Maharaj, he was worshipping Krishna in the Sakhya bhav. But he could notice that this disciple of mine, he is actually in the Madhurya Bhav. See, Guru noticed that my disciple is higher. He has a higher taste than me. And then the Guru told, and first of all, he named him. He said, what is your name? He said, my name is Dukhiya. He said, no, your name cannot be Dukhiya. You want to serve Krishna. You want to become servant of Krishna. So from today, your name is Dukhi Krishna Das. So that was the name given to him, Dukhi Krishna Das. But he noticed he has loving, Madhurya Ras, abundant in him. He wants to serve Krishna like that. So he tells him, you go to Vrindavan. You go to Vrindavan and you take shelter at the lotus feet of Shri Jiva Goswami. We have 6 Goswamis here. You see from the right hand side, Narsim Bhagwan, Panchatat, and you see those 6. There is that one in the picture. You see 6 personalities. So Jiva Goswami is one of them. So what I'm telling you, this is a real story. So Jiva Goswami Pad is there. So he says, you go and see Jiva Goswami and you become his servant. He will teach you Madhurya Ras. Because I can't teach you. Your taste is higher than me. See, this is how Guru is. So he sent him to Vrindavan. He goes and takes shelter at the lotus feet of Jiva Goswami. And Jiva Goswami can also see. He wants to connect with Krishna in Madhurya Ras. And then Jiva Goswami gives him service that in that Seva Kunj, in that place in Vrindavan, he gives him that your service is to broom this place. यहाँ पे झाड़ू लगाना है तुम्हारी सेवा. And Dukhi Krishna Das, for many, many years, he was doing that service. And when he was doing that service, he will get in an ecstatic mood. He will be able to feel the leelas that are happening in Golok Vrindavan or even in Vrindavan. You know, Vrindavan, Krishna is still there. Brahmaji says, Vrindavan tyaktva padam ekam nagachati. Krishna is still there. Gopis are still there. There are still Ras Leela happening in Nidhivan. All these activities, pastimes are still happening. So Dukhi Krishna Das, he could see those leelas. He was so exalted. One day he was cleaning, he was brooming, and then he will, in the broom, he will see the dust of Vrindavan and he will start crying. And he will put every dust on his forehead. He says, this is the dust that Brahmaji wants to put on his forehead. This is the dust that Lord Shiva wants to put on his forehead. How fortunate I am that I'm able to serve here. I'm able to clean here. He used to see those pastimes. Now, one day, Dukhi Krishna Das, one day in the morning when he went out to do his service, he found an anklet. He found a divine anklet. Because when he was doing the service, Srimati Radharani knew that there is this devotee who is serving. And Srimati Radharani spoke to her servants, Lalita and Vishaka and other Sakis, that I want to give blessing to this person because he is doing such a wonderful service. And when Srimati Radharani thought like this, then the day before, when in that area, in the Seva Kunj, right, when the Ras Leela happened, after the dance, Srimati Radharani, Mother Radha, she dropped one of her anklets in that place. She on purpose dropped an anklet, and when Dukhi Krishna Das came to clean the place, he looked at that anklet, and just by looking at that anklet, he was amazed. It was so powerful. A different kind of current surcharged his body just by looking at the anklet. As he touched the anklet, his whole body changed. And as he picked up the anklet, there was a sound from the skies that this is a transcendental anklet, Dukhi Krishna Das, please keep it carefully. And he picked it up and he put it in his pocket. And as he put in his pocket, then after some time, an old lady came. Now Srimati Radharani is coming to bless him. An old lady came. Who was that? It was Lalita Sakhi, right? One of the chief servants of Srimati Radharani. She came disguised as an old woman. She came and she comes to Dukhi Krishna Das and she says to him, oh Dukhi Krishna Das, you are the person I hear cleaning this place. Have you find anything here? And Dukhi Krishna Das looked at Lalita Sakhi, even though she was in an old woman, she was wearing worn out clothes, but he could see that she's some powerful personality. She's not an ordinary old woman. And he asked her, who are you? She says, I'm an old woman. I live in the nearby village place called Yavat. So Srimati Radharani place is Yavat. That's where, her father, Vrishbhanu, lives there. She says, I live there in Yavat. No, sorry, Yavat is there where she was married. Yes, Yavat is where she was married. Barsana is her village. So Yavat is where she was living. And then she says, I'm an old woman from Yavat. And my daughter-in-law, she was here to pick up the flowers for the worshipping of Krishna. But when she came here, there was a lion here and she got scared and she ran away. While she was running away, one of her anklets fall here. So I've come to pick up that anklet. Can you please give that to me if you found it? And then Dukhi Krishna Das, he understood. And he asked her, I can give you that anklet. That is a transcendental anklet, but I will give it to you only on one condition. If you bring your daughter-in-law here, I want to see the second anklet is there in her other foot. Then I will be sure that this belongs to the right person. And then Srimati Radharani, she is standing in the back, like hiding there, and she was listening to the conversation. She was listening to the conversation, and then Srimati Radharani realized that this devotee is very clever, and Lalita Sakhi will not be able to get past him. Right? And then they say, bring him here. And then Srimati Radharani instructed her servants to bring Dukhi Krishna Das there. And as Dukhi Krishna Das was brought there, then Lalita Sakhi spoke mantra in his ears. And she said to me, you chant this mantra, you take a bath in Radhakund, Shri Radhakund. You take a bath there and then you come out. Then you will be purified. As he chanted the mantra, took a bath, he came out, he turned into a beautiful woman. Because in his previous life, he was actually a servant of Srimati Radharani. Right? And they also named him that your name is Kanak Manjari. And then Srimati Radharani, Lalita Sakhi requested Srimati Radharani, can you please put your foot on his forehead and give him the blessings? And then Srimati Radharani blessed him. As Srimati Radharani blessed him, now, Kanak Manjari, she's there between all the servants of Srimati Radharani. She's having darshan of Srimati Radharani directly. And then he gave the nupur, the anklet, back to Srimati Radharani. Right? And then Srimati Radharani told him, now you stay here. Go back and keep doing your service. And then after you leave this body, then you can come back. But then he said, how can I live without your association? I'm your servant. I'm going to miss you. Please give me something. And then the first thing Srimati Radharani did, or through Lalita Sakhi, she said, now your name will be Shyamanand. Because you're giving Anand to Bhagwan Shyam Sundar, so your name will be Shyamanand from today. Shyamanand Prabhu. So Dukhi Krishna Das became Shyamanand Prabhu. And then Shyamanand Prabhu said, my dear mother, or please give me something else. And then say from there, Srimati Radharani, from her heart, a small deity manifested. And she took the deity of little Krishna. Right? And she gave that deity to Shyamananda Prabhu. And that little deity is called Shyama Sundar. Who is he? Shyama Sundar. And she gave the little deity to Shyamananda Prabhu, Shyama Sundar deity. Only Krishna. Right? If you go to Vrindavan, in that temple, there are 3 deities there. The small deities are called Lala and Lali. That Lala is Shyam Sundar. Then there is big deities there, which were arranged later. 2 years. So this happened in 1578. So this pastime happened in 1578, nearly about 500 years ago. Yeah, this actually happened there. And then they said, please don't tell this to anyone else, but you can tell this to Jeev Goswami. And then Shyamananda Prabhu now, who was Dukhi Krishna Das, he comes back and he walks into the hut. He's holding Shyam Sundar deities on his head. His body has transformed completely. Earlier, he was a white complexion. Now he became gold complexion. And his broom, who was a steel broom, now it became a gold broom. All his cleaning tools just changed, became diamonds and things like that. And Shripad Jeev Goswami, when he sees Shyamanand Prabhu walking in, and his tilak also changed. He said, please give me something else. And then Lalita Sakhi, she touched that nupur on his forehead. She touched the nupur on his forehead and then his tilak changed. Earlier it was Hari Mandir tilak. Like we put tilak. So he was also putting a different tilak. But when they touched that nupur on his forehead, so that became a nupur tilak. Yeah. Now it is called Shyamanandi Tilak, named after him. Right? So you see Vrindavan, you can ask, what is Shyamanandi Tilak? It is the form of a nupur, anklet. And now as he walked in, Jiva Goswami said, what happened to you? Look at you, you changed. And then Shyamanand Prabhu told the whole pastime to Jiva Goswami. And Jiva Goswami praised him like anything. See, this is the quality. Jiva Goswami was superior. But then Jiva Goswami praised him. He said, you are the most fortunate person on this earth. You got direct darshan, you got direct mercy of Srimati Radharani. You got these deities who are manifested directly from the heart of Srimati Radharani. So it happened in 1578. Now, Lord Krishna, he was there alone by himself, right? Shri Shyam Sundar. Now, so far, Srimati Radharani wasn't there. In 1580, after 2 years, there is a king. There is a king from Rajasthan, right? He came and he brought Srimati Radharani. He had found Srimati Radharani in his treasures, self-manifested. And he brought Srimati Radharani to Vrindavan. And then he got the marriage of Shri Radharani and Shri Shyam Sundar, the deities who had manifested from the heart of Srimati Radharani. He got them married. And they are the deities, now they are in Vrindavan, in Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar temple. And those deities, small deities, they are called Lala and Lali. There are other deities there, they are called Shri Shri Kunj Bihari, Shri Radha Kunj Bihari. Another deity is there. Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar is there, big Radha Shyam Sundar, but that original Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar deities are there. So this is the pastime behind Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar. Now, our dear friend Sandeep Prabhu and his family, they went to Vrindavan and they have also brought, deities here. Shri Shri Radha Krishna deities, and we are naming them as Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar Bhagavan. Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar Bhagavan ki. Yeah. So now the next activity will be Prabhuji's Mataji. We have His Grace Ghanshyam Prabhu here. We thank him. Prabhu is performing preach services at our temple in North Sydney for many, many years. He's a disciple of His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. And they say that all the disciples of Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, they are pakka. They are very great, servants of Krishna. So we requested him, Prabhu, please come and please help us perform the Abhishek ceremony of Shri Shri Radha Shyam Sundar. Right? So we'll have the Abhishek ceremony. During the Abhishek, Kirtan will continue. So we request you all to please chant. Please participate. Right? And please chant lovingly. Right? Sneh lesh apeksha matra Shri Krishna. Right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya in Chaitanya Charitamrita. He says, Sneh lesh apeksha matra Shri Krishna. Right? Kripar. Sneh lesh apeksha Shri Krishna Kripar. Please speak. Sneh lesh apeksha Shri Krishna Kripar. Apeksha Shri Krishna Kripar. Shri Krishna ki kripa hogi when sneh lesh apeksha matra. स्नेह से लिप्त, लेश आप समझते हैं, स्नेह से लिप्त, when you chant the holy names with full love, with love, उसको लेश बोलते हैं, सिर्फ just that qualification, then भगवान कृष्ण की कृपा होती है, श्री कृष्ण कृपा. और श्री कृष्ण की कृपा से क्या होता है? स्नेह वश आना. एंड देन कृष्ण आपके स्नेह के वश में हो जाते हैं. स्नेह लेश अपेक्षा मात्र श्री कृष्ण कृपा. सो पहली चीज आप कर रहे हो, स्नेह लेश अपेक्षा. ओनली अपेक्षा, ओनली एंडेवर इज टू, माय डियर लॉर्ड, आई हैव लव एंड स्नेह टुवर्ड्स यू. ओनली दैट, मात्र, जस्ट दैट. देन व्हाट विल हैपन? श्री कृष्ण कृपार, भगवान की कृष्ण की कृपा होगी. And through that kripa, what happens? Sneha-vash, hana. Right? Then Krishna आपके स्नेह के वश में हो जाते हैं. He comes under your control. Right? स्नेह वश हाना करे स्वतंत्र आचार. यद्यपि वो स्वतंत्र आचरण करते हैं, even though he is independent, but he becomes dependent. He becomes your स्नेह के वश में आ जाते हैं. स्नेह वश हाना करा स्वतंत्र आचार. स्वतंत्र आचरण है भगवान का. He is not dependent on anyone, but because when you chant his name with full love, then he becomes your under the control of vash mein, vashibhut. Then he becomes under your control. So please chant the holy name. So the process will be Suranath Prabhu will be leading the kirtan. He will sing the kirtan. You all please repeat after him. You hear first, and then he will hear you. Understand? And Krishna will hear you all. Shri Radha Shyam Sundar will hear you all. Right? So due to the time constraint, Prabhuji, you just perform the Abhishek. You can involve the family, right? And then you do all this. We all sit here. We just chant.
I think you can come.
Okay, Prabhu, I'll
Because
come.
I'll need one person. I'll need one person with me.
Okay,
So I think
okay,
because we have done a little bit that.
right, right.
So whatever I should Krishna I can.
Okay, okay.
There are few places I need two people.
Okay, okay.
While doing all this Maya.
Sure.
So we need two people.
Yes.
Master can another person.
Sure, Prabhu. Sure, I'll come, Prabhu.
So
So,
we bring the details for now.
yes, Prabhu, please bring the details. Yes.